everyone. I'm going to continue with lesson number 6. Here, last time I told you about the word zero ru. This is zir, that means below something, underneath something, and when they say zero ru, this stress of o actually can mean like and, in addition. So they meant to say below something, and ru means face of something and face of something. So I told you the meaning of it before. That means like something is collapsed. Now how to write it from right to left. You have the Z letter, the E letter, and the R letter. This is Z, this is E. As I said before, this is how you have to write it when you want to attach it to something else, and this is the letter R. Now you want this word to be attached to this one and this one. So when they say zero, as you see, when I say O, it's somewhat lost in the air, or it's somewhat not much of a stress is on it. So for the letter O, in Farsi, they just write a comma. When they write a really tiny comma on top of something, which actually they don't write it anymore these days, so you have to know it by heart. But I write it personally, and I recommend people to have respect to just write it or else. So this is zero, that's O, and the next word is ru. How you write R in Farsi is like this. But see, there is a space here because this is another word and you don't want them to be so close to each other. That's gonna make some kind of confusion. And this is zero ru. So when I say like ru, you have this sound coming out of your lips for so long, and you have to have this you can't change the shape of your lips when you make this sound for maybe a couple of seconds. So you say ru, like when you whistle something, that's how your lips going to look like. So you have to write this as a bigger O, bigger comma, zero ru. Now you want to write should. In order for you to write should, you have to know that SH sound in Farsi, which actually is the beginning of my name, in Farsi it's written like this. I'm going to, SH is like this. They call it sh. That's how it sounds. Sh. When you want to, I don't know, shush someone to be quiet, yeah, or say shh. That's how it sounds. And this is the original version of letter shin, she. So if you want to attach this to something else, as I said, you have to have this straight line. So you turn this curve into a straight line, and then you see these two tiny smiley things in here. So you have to have them the same shape and just write them here, and then you will add these three eye that are like a triangle to the top of it. So that's letter shin. And then after that you have somewhat an oo sound. When your lips are for somewhat couple of seconds, you have to make them like you're whistling something. So should, no wait, you don't do that, I shouldn't, this is should. So you just say it like an O sound that doesn't have much of a stress, because I say zero ru should. I'm not saying should. That's not right. I made a mistake. So you say should. So you just do a comma on top of here and just a D. That's the shape for letter D. But in Farsi, they don't give you this comma. So how it ends up looking is like this. So I'm gonna write this down from the beginning without any respect to see if you learned it or not. Just show you the shape. Usually the 3 circle, they just do this. But sometimes they give you this 3 one, but only people from elementary school usually do it like that. So just do it like this. That's how it looks like, zero ru shud. And the rest of the poem goes like this. باز سر کلاس قلبم. I think that's how it should. باز سر کلاس قلبم. باز. I think it's gonna be good enough to learn in this session. B in Farsi is written like this. B. That's the form for it. And I told you about letter A. And I told you about letter Z. So now you have to attach these 3 together. So when you want to attach letter B to A to Z, first you have to have a straight line here. And then you have to just get rid of this umbrella like, and then add Z at the end of it. So this is baz. That means again, and I had it I think in the first lesson as well. And the next word for it is sare. 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 S in Farsi alphabet is written